even though the sun is going down, I decided I want to do a little bit more. So I'm gonna get some of this out. I don't think this has that. I think it has a map sensor right there. And then I also got some electronic cleaner. The throttle body's right there, and I just want to see how dirty the butterfly valve is, and also check the air filter out. That's a pretty quick job. I mean, look how accessible it is. So that little air intake comes off pretty quickly, honestly. Just one Phillips head screw and the 2 clamps, and I think there's a vacuum line here, and there's a plug for the air intake temperature sensor, or something like that. Anyway, air filter looks beautiful, so I'm glad to see that. The butterfly valve, I don't know if you can see down in there, is kind of dirty. See? Kind of nasty. So I'm going to clean that a little bit out on both sides because it's cable actuated, it's not electronic. I've checked it. And maybe that'll give us a little bit better idle. If not, I'll have to take the idle air control valve down here off, this little thing, and give it a cleaning. So I put the throttle body back together, clean the butterfly valve, checked the air filter, checked all the fluids, everything looks good, checked the oil. Cleaning the dust uncovered the fact that this is a replacement engine, so that's good. I mean, at least somebody went through the trouble to take care of it to that degree. The transmission would appear to be the same, it has the same markings way down there, but I checked all the fuses, everything checks out good. There's good coolant in the system, so tomorrow I'll give it an actual nice clean around the edges, and I'm probably going to take out all the spark plugs tomorrow and check the gap. And once I do that, then we'll take it for a drive and see how it reacts. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but I was Windexing the windshield and the windows, and there's a clear haze line. It's really hard to see, but I think it's right there. See that haze line of years of never being Windexed, and then today I've cleaned it. All the windows were like that. What are you doing, little boats? Huh? What are you doing? And I started the car up, and now it doesn't idle high at all. Now it goes right to idle. That throttle body was kind of sticky. Now that I did that cleansing, no problem. So I'm going to continue to wipe this windshield down. You're a strange audience. You having fun? Anyway, I just want to be able to see out of the windshield when I take it for a test drive in a minute. Isn't that a good thing, huh? Be able to see? Yeah. It's the next morning. I polished out the headlights, switched the registration over. See, they gave me the sticker that's only good for a month. Thanks a lot. And I put those hubcaps on. My friend was missing one of the freaking hubcaps, so yeah, it looks good on this side, but when you go to this side, see, both headlights were polished out. That only took about 5 minutes. See, I'm missing these 2 hubcaps. That's not a hubcap. Booga 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 booga. But yeah, I'm missing, I still have the other one to put on, but I'm gonna be missing one, which sucks. So I'm gonna have to go find one. Hopefully the noise will cover the music, because I can't really reach over to turn it off, but it does 60. It shifts just fine, just like I thought. See? You hear that wheel bearing though. So I've been driving it around for a while now, about 35 minutes. I have no lights on. This is just because the key is in the accessory position right now, because I'm doing an OBD2 scanning. And if you take a look there, no codes, readiness okay. There are 0 incompletes, which means it passed all the tests. Everything's looking good. There's no codes have been thrown, so the car has no check engine lights. The car has no pending codes, no set codes, nothing. I mean, it starts up real good. It's got a definite exhaust leak, for sure. Like, well, I mean, just listen. You hear that? So I'm gonna check what gasket is causing that, and then I will replace the gasket, I guess. We'll see. There's the new old light fixture installed. When I open the door, light comes on. When I shut the car door, I notice that it takes a few seconds to go off, but it dims, which means it's supposed to do that. It's like one of those courtesy lights that takes, I forget what they call it, there's a certain name for it, but it dims out. See? So that's good, at least that's working now. I always hate it when they cheap out and they cost me a bunch of my time. So basically in the Corollas and Prizms without the tilt telescoping option, you have to drop the steering column. And I had to remove everything down here, you know, the plate, the cover, basically everything. just to get the instrument cluster just that much enough, just a little tiny bit enough to pull it out so I could replace this blown bulb. And in the process, I broke, as you can see, the instrument cluster bezel. So I have to go get a new one of those from the junkyard. It's not that expensive, but it is time consuming. So there you go, if you ever wanted to see the innards of the Prizm. This is also a good time for me to check for any weird wiring and any issues, basically, since everything's already out. Yeah, that's actually, it wasn't that hard. It's just frustrating that I have to do that much just to pull a cluster out because they cheaped out on the tilt. That's okay. This car is the king of cheaping out. Luckily, I always keep the spares of some cars I junk. And here's a instrument cluster from a 93 Corolla, my old Corolla, and it uses the same bulbs as this one. So I didn't even have to buy a bulb for that. That's why you always want to keep parts around. But this is going to be a mess. I now have to put black together, which I'm not looking forward to. So I went back to the junkyard, and while I was there, I found this dash mat cover. It's from a Corolla, you can tell, because, you know, it's got this little cutout where this sits higher up because there's a clock right here. But other than that, I mean, it fits exactly the way it's supposed to. Even the vents line up. And it has a small stain I want to scrub out here and there. But other than that, they charged me like $3, I think, so not bad. I got a floor mat for it for $1.80 because I just wanted something. I know I have the Chucky floor mats the whole way around, but the passenger side always takes abuse from unknowing passengers. So there's that at least. I replaced this clip up here. See, now it clips like it's supposed to, and the visor was replaced. I got a few extra clips just for this. I got a new dome light bulb. I found a really nice bulb there, so that works now. And then I found a almost full set of hubcaps from, I think, an 02 Corolla. And they fit. They just look weird on this car. See, so here's the front. That's how that came out. See how one of them's not the same. One of these things is not like the other. See? It's this style of hubcap, and I'm not a big fan, but you know, I'm not missing a lug nut. It just has one of those recessed lug nuts. So, you know, I got almost the full set, and they look pretty good. I think it was like $14 for all three, and then I had that extra one just laying around. So at least now it has hubcaps on it, and the interior looks like a car again. This is my ass pillow because I have a slight back problem, so I need my ass to not sit all the way down, you know, or rather the lack of an ass like Hank Hill. But I think it's looking pretty nice now. Really wish it would have had the right dashboard cover, but they didn't have any Prizms at all, only Corollas. So everything I got from a Corolla. Overall, this car is looking pretty sharp now. I like it. So the parts came in for the Prizm. We've got a Timken wheel bearing for this side. This side is bad, that side is not. I verified that. So we're gonna do this. Got these seals that are important. You always got to replace the seals when you do these. And this has been a good brand for me, WJB. Never had any problems with them. And we got 2 wiper blades for the wipers, because these wipers, look at that. They are shot. See that? Ruined. So not going to pass inspection with bad wipers. So it is a coronavirus Sunday, and no one is out, no one is driving. And the idea is, the previous owner said before the repair I did that the car would not climb hills no matter what. And I just climbed an absolutely massive hill in this thing, and it took it no problem. It even downshifted. So I believe the transmission issue has been solved. The car does seem to run and drive just fine, honestly. So I was kind of hoping to find another hill real quick that I could show this off on. The previous owner said before this repair it would not climb a hill no matter what. It would get stuck in gear. And it would just rev, but it would not accelerate. So here we go, we're going to try it out. See if we can climb a hill. See if it'll downshift for us. Ready? Yep. This is one of the tallest hills in the area, so I'm gonna go ahead and call this fixed. Alright, I'm up in the driveway right now. Somebody offered me a trade for the Prizm. They said, hey, I need a little economic car and I have this big old truck. Trade me the Prizm plus $1,700 in cash and you can have the truck. So I said, let me think about it. Okay. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah, baby. I've always wanted a truck. I've never had one, and I need one for hauling all these cars. So look at that. I mean, you can tell it's got some small issues. It's got a dent there, and this tire sits farther back because the control arm is twisted a little bit. I'm already working on that, but it's, you know, it's quite good. I am not upset about this trade at all. It's fairly clean on the inside. It's the work edition, so it's got the cranky crank windows, which I prefer. It's got 150,000 miles on it, no check engine lights at all. And it's just overall a neat little truck. So I'm very happy about this. Unfortunately, that means this is the end of the Prizm. So the project is over, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I'll catch you in the next video. We've got one more car coming.